A single father's sacrifice his only opportunity at a stable job just to help a young girl crying on a street corner. What happened next? No one could have foreseen. It was 9:15 a.m. David Harper was running late. His shirt was neatly pressed. His resume gripped tightly and his calloused hands trembled from adrenaline. After years of taking odd jobs, dishwashing, security shifts, even scavenging scrap metal, this interview was his chance. A logistics company downtown, offering full-time benefits, a salary that could finally cover his daughter Gracie's asthma medication, and a few birthday balloons. But fate had other plans. As he sprinted down Elm Street, briefcase bouncing against his leg, he spotted her, a little girl no older than 6, sitting alone on a stone bench, shoulders trembling, hands covering her face. He slowed, then stopped. Her sobs pierced the morning air. Everyone else passed by as if she didn't exist. David approached gently, kneeling. "Hey, are you okay? Are you lost?" The girl looked up, eyes wide, cheeks streaked with tears. I don't know where my driver is. I was supposed to be picked up after piano class, but no one came. She wasn't dressed like an ordinary school kid. Designer shoes, a pearl headband. Her backpack looked more expensive than David's rent. I was trying to walk home, but then I got scared. She whispered. David hesitated. The interview, his future, his daughter, but the thought of Gracie, his little girl, scared and alone, decided it for him. "It's all right," he said softly, offering his hand. "I'll help you get home. We'll figure this out together." She nodded. They walked together for 10 blocks, David holding her hand as if she were his own. When they finally arrived at her neighborhood, his jaw dropped. A mansion, gated, with grand marble steps that gleamed. A maid ran out, gasping at the sight of the child. "Miss Ellie." "Oh, thank heavens. We've been searching everywhere." Inside the house, everything smelled like roses and money. A woman in a crisp white suit hurried in, flawless makeup, heels clicking like thunder. "Ellie," she cried, falling to her knees to hug the girl. "What happened? Where were you?" David stood awkwardly in the hallway, trying to disappear. Ellie turned and pointed. "He helped me. Mommy, he didn't leave me alone." The woman looked up, finally noticing him. He stood there in his worn shoes, sweat-soaked shirt. "You brought my daughter home," she said. David cleared his throat. She was crying. "I couldn't just leave her. I missed an important meeting, but it was worth it." She studied him, his clothes, his kindness, the honesty in his voice. "Do you have children?" she suddenly asked. He nodded. "A daughter, Gracie. She's 10. "What about your work?" she continued. "I'm looking," he admitted, trying hard. "Today was my best shot in months." The woman stood. "Wait here." David waited 5 minutes, 10 minutes. When she returned, she held out a card. "I'm Vanessa Aldridge. I own Aldridge Logistics." David blinked. Aldridge Logistics, the very firm he'd had the interview with. "I was on my way to interview for a junior logistics coordinator position," he said, stunned. Vanessa smiled. "Well, Mr. Harper, consider this your final interview, and congratulations, you passed with flying colors." He laughed nervously. "But I missed it." "You didn't," she said gently. "You showed me who you are without a desk, without a script. That's the kind of man I want on my team." Tears gathered in David's eyes. "Ellie," Vanessa said, looking down at her daughter, "would you like to say something?" The little girl stepped forward, wrapping her arms around David. "Thank you for not leaving me," she whispered. "You're a real daddy." David's voice cracked. Any real dad would have done the same. Vanessa smiled. Not every man would have stopped. Most simply walked past. That night, David arrived home to Gracie with groceries. a bouquet, and the best news of their lives. He spun her around in the kitchen, laughing through tears. We made it! Baby, we finally made it. From that day, David was no longer just a logistics coordinator. He became family to the Aldridges. Gracie and Ellie grew inseparable, and David never again had to choose between being a father and putting food on the table. Because kindness led into everything he'd never dared to dream of. If this story touched your heart, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Seeds of Rose channel for more powerful tales of hope, heart, and unexpected miracles. Thank you for watching. See you next time.